Hello besties, it's Joel and welcome back to Platform and to another episode of Penguin Explorer, the series where I take some mini deep dives into some cool literary, academic and just overall bookish topics. Today's exploration follows up from a previous Platform video that was done by Tasman from Tea Books and Tasman, in which today I'm going to be taking a look at some of the fiction and non-fiction books that Tasman had recommended for her Blue Monday video. I am a massive advocate for mental health awareness and I am always on the lookout for some cool new books to read, and so when Tasman said that she was going to be doing this video, I immediately wanted to do a follow-up being like, I want to read these books and like do like an exploration of that, and Penguin were like, okay. And so I'm going to be reading one fiction and one non-fiction book on the Platform channel today for you, and we're going to be exploring these titles and just seeing the kind of lessons that we can learn from them. And so for our fiction book, we have The Boy, the Mole, the Fox and the Horse by Charlie Maxey, and then for our non-fiction book, we have Who Cares Wins by Lily Cole. And I'm just really excited to read both of these and see like the lessons that I gather from them. I think this book will be quite quick to read because it's a graphic novel, and so I'm really excited for it, and plus I will probably start with this one. I think I'm just gonna like lay back after recording this clip and just read it and then come back in like an hour or so and just talk about this book, and then I'll probably read Who Cares Wins, and then I'll probably come back like tomorrow or something and give my thoughts on this book as well. I'm just really excited about these books because they both seem very like optimistic by the covers. I mean, Who Cares Wins literally has optimism on the cover, but The Boy, the Mole, the Fox and the Horse also just feels like it's going to be quite feel good, although I'm not exactly sure if it's going to be feel good. We shall see. But just going from like the blurbs on the back, it's love, friendship and kindness. The book speaks a universal language. The world needs Charlie's work right now, so I think it's going to be quite hopeful. And yeah, I guess that's everything. I'm going to go and read The Boy, the Mole, the Fox and the Horse, and then I'll be back once I've finished to give my whole thoughts and feelings. Once I've done that, then I'll start going through some of Who Cares Wins and just giving my overall thoughts and opinions. So I'll be back in a little bit, and I really cannot wait to see what I think about this. So, I highly underestimated how long it would actually take me to read this. I basically finished it in like 15 minutes. But this was so cute and so like wholesome and sweet. It's one of these books that I think you could literally open any random page and literally, I'll read a quote from this book. "What is the bravest thing you've ever said?" asked the boy. "Help," said the horse. In the beginning, Charlie Maxey basically says that you can basically start in the middle, you can start wherever you want. And throughout this book, there are like lessons and conversations that are held about loving yourself, loving other people, taking care of yourself, and just, it's so cute. And it's done in a way that just feels like a warm hug. And like Miranda Hart says on the back, this is a world that I do want to live in. I think that Charlie Maxey has created this kind of graphic novel that just has a timeless quality to it. And like if someone is feeling down and just needs something to pick them up, they can literally just open this book to wherever they want. This one literally says, "Sometimes I feel lost," said the boy. "Me too," said the mole. "But we love you and love brings you home." And that's just so sweet and adorable, and like it's something that like I truly hold to my heart. It's just amazing. Like I think surrounding yourself with your loved ones, surrounding yourself with a support network is massively important when it comes to mental health. Even if it's your friends or people that you feel like you can rely on in times of need, it's something that has helped me in the past and hopefully would help you too. And especially with the numerous amounts of things that can cause us to feel pressured or sad and lonely, it's highly important that we reinforce these ideas of self-love and we reinforce the ideas that we matter in this world, and there are things that we can do that no one else can. And so by reminding ourselves of that, we remind ourselves of our value and our worth. This book is great. I would highly recommend it, honestly, because it just gives such good advice, but also it's great to have if you are in need of a pick-me-up. Plus, I think it's really great to give to a friend as a gift if they're feeling low. Like, eventually I'm gonna build a lending library of my own, and so if I ever know one of my friends are feeling down, I'll just be like, here. It's very comforting. It's very comforting. Like at the moment I have like a little bit of anxiety because I'm starting my new semester of university, and so I'm feeling a lot of anxiety, but by reading this it's kind of calmed down, and I'm very like happy about that because now I'm feeling a lot better about the time ahead, because this is like my last taught semester of my masters, and that is scary. It was great. It was so good. We'll now be moving on to the bigger book, which will probably take me a bit longer to read, and that is Lily Cole's Who Cares Wins? Reasons for Optimism in Our Changing World. And I'm excited to read this purely because I am always a massive fan of optimism. Lily Cole puts on the back, "Optimism is not naive and it is not impossible. There are so many reasons for optimism in our changing world. We are the ancestors leaders of our future, a generation either celebrated for its activism or blamed for its apathy. It is for us to choose optimism and prove what is possible. I'm excited to like see what this book offers and see if there's anything I can take from it. Again, it is a bigger read, and so I think what I'm probably gonna do is start reading it tonight and then see where I get and then finish it tomorrow, hopefully. But by then I'll probably get like a general feel of this book so I can tell you more about it and how I feel about it. And so yeah, I will go and read Who Cares Wins, and I'll be back once I've finished and we can just talk about this other recommendation that Tasman gave. And so yeah, I'll see you in a bit. Hello, so it's now the nighttime of the next day, and I finished Who Cares Wins, Reasons for Optimism in Our Changing World by Lily Cole. And Tasman, wow, like, you recommend some really, really good books. I enjoyed some of the things that Lily Cole was saying within this book about how we need to be resilient in our optimism, because no matter what, we need to be looking forward to how the world is changing around us, but also be aware of how the world is changing around us and still be excited about things to come. And she discusses a lot of like the issues that we face as a society, and I really enjoyed it. I think there were just some parts where I was like nodding my head and just really vibing with what Cole was saying, and I just think that like this book just detailed a lot of like really good stuff. Each chapter was just such a thrilling read. There's especially one on power and privilege that I really liked as well, and basically it just reinforces this idea that we always should choose kindness or the better option that can help make the world a better place, because more often than not the world kind of acts selfishly, and so if we're acting selflessly, maybe that'll inspire other people to be selfless as well, and maybe one day we can build a better world together. And yeah, I really enjoyed this. I definitely think it's something that I will go back to and reread at some point. And yeah, I'm just really glad that I read both of these books over the last 2 days, because they've really helped root a deeper sense of optimism within me and just made me feel better about like kind of where I am in the world at this moment in time and like going forth and journeying forth into the world. I would definitely recommend reading one or both of these books. I think if you're looking for something for that little bit of like self-confidence and self-worth and that you trying to get out of a bad mood, then I would recommend The Boy, the Mole, the Fox and the Horse, purely because it has those like pages that really make you feel good about yourself and make you feel good about your impact on the world, and I really like that. But then if you're looking to look more into kind of trying to find hope and optimism where it may seem lost, then I would recommend Who Cares Wins, because this really delves deep into the current state of our world and why we should look towards optimism and hope and just being able to be selfless, sharing and caring and all of that jazz. I'm just really glad that Tasman recommended these books, and I'm really glad that I read them, and I think I would love to do this more in the future. Like Tasman said, I would love to do a video with her at some point where it's both of us together, but that also requires us to both be in the same country. I'm in Wales, she's in England. I'm really, really happy that I read this, and I want to thank you for coming along with me on today's exploration. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to the Platform YouTube channel in order to catch all the other amazing content that they do. If you want to check me out on what I do on YouTube, I'll have my links in the description down below, so you can check me out on Fictional Fates, where I basically do a lot of chaotic content that just pops into my brain every now and again. And so yeah, I guess until the next time, bye friends. Oh. So I guess until the next time, I'll see you later, Platform.